Hey guys, Tat here. Welcome to my channel, or back to my channel, whichever one it happens to be. Alright, what we have getting ready to start here is another playthrough of the Dragonchild DLC for Rigmor of Cyrodiil. And this one is going to be following the Friendship arc. So we just finished up the Romance arc, and there was a lot of new things because I had never played Dragonchild on the Rigmor of Cyrodiil reboot. I had only played it on the regular Rigmor of Cyrodiil, and Dragonchild DLC is now included in the Rigmor of Cyrodiil reboot mod, so it's all one thing. And there are definitely some cool changes to the Dragonchild DLC. So this is going to be, again, it's if it follows the other one, which it should, the Romance arc, it's going to be a quasi blind playthrough because I have, of course, played through Dragonchild a few times, but I've played through it once now on the reboot, and that was the Romance arc. So I'm anticipating a lot of different changes based off of the changes during Rigmor of Cyrodiil following the Friendship arc, and the fact of Dragonchild. I can see there's going to be a lot of differences now between the two versions, but I do know the Dragonchild DLC, so it's a quasi blind playthrough. What I'm really anxious to see is exactly how the pregnancy thing works, because she's not pregnant now. I do remember in the Romance one there was some woman in, where was that at? I believe it was in Bravel. I cannot remember her name, but she died in the Romance arc, and Rose got all upset about that because she couldn't protect her and stuff. Was it Alana? I don't remember, but I'm wondering if she's going to actually, because of things that were said during the Romance arc, I'm wondering if she's going to be the one that actually carries the Dragonchild, because the way that the mod was rewritten was you can get away from actually having to father the child and Rigmor mothering the child and actually being a couple and stuff because of popular demand. There was it was changed up so that wasn't kind of shoehorned in and you were forced to do it. So it was agreed upon by, I guess that's Akatosh, that in order to get out of the prophecy and not have to be the parents of the child, that you have to agree that you will take care of the child until the child comes of age. So you're going to become like the guardians of this child. So I'm really curious to see how all that goes. But what I'm really curious on how it works is I want to see now how the whole interaction with Rose goes, because I really like the Rose character, and I was so excited during that Romance playthrough to see Rose brought back into it, because we haven't seen her since the very beginning of Rigmor of Bruma reboot. So we got to see Rose again, we got to catch up. At the very end, she came to stay with us at the Imperial Palace as kind of like a head nurse, basically, or whatever, to help with the kid and stuff like that. But I'm really curious to see how the whole Rose thing plays out if you don't romance Rigmor, which is what this one's going to be, where you're just friends with Rigmor, and if you actually hooked up with Rose back in Bruma. So I'm really curious to see how that goes if you're actually able to romance Rose now. That will be so cool, because I really like the Rose character. I think she's a really cool character. So I'm definitely really curious to how all that goes. I don't want to blab away too long here like I did on the other one. I just want to get going on this, jump right into this, because I'm really anxious to see how this whole thing goes. So again, I have a save here. That was the Romance one. Here's the Friendship. And it's basically the same thing. Here was at the very end there, and we're sitting down, and Amon and Tish tell their stories and stuff. I'm not going to put you guys through listening to Tish's whole story again. I put it in the Romance one because I really like her story. But I have another save here after her story, right before going to bed and then waking up the next morning and then going into the palace, and basically, you know, I don't want to give too many spoilers in case you guys are watching this one before watching the romance one. But before going into the palace and doing what you're going to do, here's this save here. So I just finished playing through the whole mod again, but this time choosing all the friendship options. And we are here now, sleep until morning. So let's just go ahead and get right into this, because I'm really anxious to see how this whole thing plays out. And why won't it let me sleep? There it is. We'll do this again. Cruising up on 7 o'clock. So yeah, I can't wait to see how that all plays out. Especially the Rose thing. But there's all kinds of other parts that I want to see how it all fits in.
It's time to go.
With you guys not being the parents. So you have not prayed in a while. Well, let's remedy that. Okay.
You ready?
As I'll ever be.
I guess what I'm gonna do here.
Hey, where's Tish?
Yeah, because should I let this play through? I mean, I did on the romance.
You might be able to catch her if you hurry.
Or should I just fast forward all this through? But again, in case people haven't watched the romance arc, I'll just let this play through. It'll make the episode a little bit longer, but here.
Tish, wait!
Hey girl, what's up?
Hey Tish.
Where are you going?
Bruma has been good to us. We don't want to outstay our welcome.
Tish, please. Won't you stay?
Rigmor, don't do this to me.
Tish, please. Don't go. You'll always be welcome here. Where will you go?
Look. Me and B gonna head up to RoC, see what's happening up there. I got some unfinished business, and talking to you kinda cleared my head a bit.
I understand. No regrets, huh?
One of my biggest regrets in my life was killing all those dragons.
Bye Tish. Bye B. I really want a Tish follower. And even like a follower of Tish that has B following her, since they're like a pair. That would be so cool. Maybe I should make one. But anyways, I'm going to fast forward this, because this is all just running up to the palace. I don't remember if there's something up here that has to be said.
Watch out for a trap. Cepheus will be surrounded by his Praetorian Guard.
I'll be fine, Princess. Anyway. I have the dragon. What could possibly go wrong?
If anything untoward happens, I will march my legion into the city in the name of Titus Mede II and give control back to the Council of Elders.
I am sure Blackwell is as good as his word. Thank you, Quintus, for everything.
Don't make it sound like it's the end. This is just the beginning. Good luck, my lady.
Come on, Dragonborn. Let's get this over with.
Let's do it. Escort Rigmor to the Imperial Palace. Okay. We'll go ahead and make a save right there. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward all the way up to the Imperial Palace, because she walks this whole way, so it takes a minute. I'll see you guys in a couple seconds. Okay, I'm back. We had a little bit of issue there. I mean, she takes so long, but she's been picking up everybody's clothes, and I keep having to go into her inventory and taking out like 15, 20 shields and everything. I don't know what her trip is with going and picking up, but I ran right past her because she wasn't wearing her normal stuff. Now she's dressed like this. It's like, and I had already ran all the way up here and I was waiting for her, and I was like, where is she at? So I went looking for her, and yeah, she's running around this armor now. I don't know what it is. She doesn't do that throughout the whole mod, and then during like the last fight, when you're fighting through all the Leoin and Imperial Guards and all that kind of stuff, you know, the fight up to this area here, she just starts picking everybody's junk up, and I go and clean it all out of her inventory, and I'm over encumbered, and here she is again, just picking up everybody's crap. But anyways, we have a dialogue available, it said, so let's keep going.
I'll represent you. Leave the talking to me.
Well, I certainly won't be marrying that asshole Robert, so check that off the list. The best he can hope for is his freedom. Same with the father. We hold the upper hand in the negotiations, right?
Absolutely.
And marrying the Emperor? I don't think so. All this political bullshit, how do they even live with themselves? They will do anything, stoop to the lowest of the low, at every opportunity for power. That's what really pisses me off. The power doesn't belong to them. It belongs to the citizens, the people of Tamriel. If only I could be a true voice for the people. Do you think that I have what it takes, Dragonborn, to become Empress?
With me by your side, anything is possible.
But what about you? What will you do, no matter what happens next?
We didn't choose this one last time, so we'll see what this does. And then I might go home to Skyrim.
I might go back home to Skyrim. I have people waiting for me there.
I know. I just want you to know that I appreciate everything you've done for me. Don't leave it too long this time to come visit me, okay? Do you believe in the prophecy thing?
We made our choice, and only time will tell.
What will become of us?
No more dialogue? Yeah, let's see.
Trade.
Let's see what all she's got in her inventory again. She hasn't picked up any weapons. There's nothing showing in her inventory. Why is she dressed like that? Very bizarre. I have no... Don't ask me, I don't know. That's weird. Like I said, usually her inventory's filled up with crap, and she's wearing stuff now, but I don't know. Okay, let's just go in here and get this on the road, at the show on the road.
What are you doing? Why are you standing there? Kill them! Blackwell, order your men to kill these traitors!
Hold your swords.
I am your Emperor! I demand you kill them. You must obey me. You will cut them down this instant. You pick up your sword and Cut them down! Cut them down, I say! Then I am undone.
Yes, you are.
It wasn't me. I am innocent.
Sure you are.
Morag. She murdered the children, not me. You can keep the crown. Here, take it. Take it.
It's not about the crown, dude.
Quarter.
No quarter. No quarter.
Mercy. Cut them down, I say!
I was stuck on walk there. I thought I took it off. Oh, we didn't get the decapitation that
The Emperor
time.
is dead. Long live the Emperor.
What the hell is this Blackwell?
Majesty, whomsoever takes off the head that wears the crown reigns supreme. You are Lord Protector of Cyrodiil and the Empire. Take your rightful place upon the throne of Dragonborn kings. My lady, after you.
Come on, Rigmor. Since you were supposed to take the head and you didn't. Got all dressed up in these guys' armor to just stand there and puke? You didn't even take his head? Isn't that why you got dressed up? I don't know why she did that. And I don't know why it's not showing in her inventory. We'll see what happens when we go through a loading screen. If it comes off, even though it didn't already, but...
Your Majesty, as Lord Chancellor, it is my duty to protect and serve, and pursue your interests with absolute unwavering ruthlessness. If you would kindly permit me to, and I am sure you'll agree, tie up a few loose ends. We have to nip it in the bud, so to speak. All of them. My lady, you look quite peakish. Are you unwell?
Dragonborn? What do we do now?
She didn't say she was pregnant, so... We'll see how this all plays out with the whole friendship route now. A little while later. And that's the beginning of Dragonchild.
Rigmor, are you okay?
Yeah, I guess so. Wow. I never thought of this happening. How are you feeling?
I'm ok, bit surprised.
So, what now?
Rigmor, it should have been you become the Empress.
You're the last Dragonborn, the rightful heir to the throne. Blackwell said it himself. I need you now more than ever. Please, don't leave me here alone.
I am not going anywhere. We'll find a way.
Please take me home, Dragonborn. Let's have Blackwell look after things here. If he needs us, he can send for us.
Majesty.
Let's trade.
Sure. Here he is. Ask him.
Still not.
Ask him about what happens next.
Oak Blackwell, what happens next?
Well, there will be a small interim phase so correspondence can be sent to those that need to be informed, such as dignitaries and the royal houses of Tamriel. They shall be invited to the coronation, which in this case I suggest be arranged at the same time, as Rigmor is now the High Queen of Cyrodiil. But first, we need to protect the integrity of our queen. So, first I suggest Rigmor takes up the name of the House of Mead.
Rigmor Mead? Yeah, right.
It might only be a temporary change, but also a necessary one. Majesty, depending on how we go forward from here, I have another suggestion.
Go on, Blackwell.
I suggest you arrange a marriage at the soonest opportunity. You, as the last Dragonborn, are the rightful heir to the throne. As soon as I heard of your accomplishments, I knew it was fact. That not only were you gifted the Thu'um, but also with the ability to absorb the souls of dragons. That you were anointed by Akatosh himself as the rightful heir, before even taking the crown. If you find that arrangement to be impossible for whatever reason, there are alternative ways to proceed.
Yeah, it's impossible because of Rose.
What other arrangements?
A partnership or friendship ceremony for the child's sake. It would not be binding, and you could both live separate lives, where there is an understanding between you and shared responsibilities, especially if you decide to cede. Or you could cede the crown. Rigmor becomes Empress, and you go back to what you were doing before.
I will consider the options and let you know what I decide in good
Understood.
time.
My lady.
The Dragonborn and I shall return to Bruma for the time being and leave you in charge as caretaker. Maybe Titus Mead II will return someday. We will, of course, comply with anything you ask of us.
Of course, my lady. As the former Countess of Bruma, administration will pass to Sigun. Bruma will, by default, become a royal city and imperial place of residence. There is a small matter that needs to be attended to, but that can wait for the time being. I'm sure both of you need time to adjust to the new situation you find yourselves in. The traders Leowin, Cheydinhal, and Coral have all been dealt with, permanently, and the houses of Coral and Cheydinhal, for the time being, have passed on to their next of kin.
Leowin?
Leowin is in need of a new count. I suggest Cassius Varon. It is imperative we have someone we can trust, implicitly. His naval expertise would suit the county and protect the Niben Bay, especially as the disbanded bandit army has gone to ground in the border regions of Black Marsh, elsewhere in Valenwood. Of course, Quintus was another option to consider, but with growing tensions in Hammerfell, it would be prudent to have him remain there for the time being.
Agreed. Leowin is key to protect the citadel, especially if the Akavire launch an attack.
I shall get onto it at once. I shall arrange the necessary correspondence announcing the change of dynasty and forthcoming coronation to be sent to whom it may concern. So expect immediate interest and requests for parley, especially from the Elder Council in exile and the Aldmeri Dominion, who I suspect will want to discuss the restoration of the White Gold Concordant.
Yeah, right.
Lady Rigmor, take this opportunity to relax as best you can. Of course, return home to Bruma. But soon, whether you like it or not, you will need to adapt and come to terms with your new situation. Once the news has reached the far corners of Nern, and you address the foreign dignitaries and your subjects, you must respect their expectations and act accordingly, befitting a queen.
Hey, I'm not the Emperor, and I put up with this kind of stuff from Malisam long enough, so drop it, Blackwell.
But you are still the queen. Rightfully so, as the Dragonborn is the rightful heir to the Imperial throne by right of combat. I realize this situation is not perfect, or even expected. I am sure it comes as a surprise to all of us, but here we are. It's not the first time in the history of monarchies that things have turned out exceptional. But we must all agree that the recent events that have brought us here are indeed exceptional.
I'm sorry. I'm just worried, I guess. I don't know.
Rigmor, I have been on the receiving end of your
Temper.
diplomatic parley. You have proven, beyond doubt, your ability to lead, to strategize, to stand up, shoulders back, head held high in the face of overwhelming odds. And with the Dragonborn by your side? If it's peace you want, if it's a home to go where you can raise a child in safety, you have a place alongside the Dragonborn to make this real, to make it a success, because no one is going to make that success for you. So please, do take the time to return to Bruma, appoint a lady-in-waiting, and send her here to the palace as to arrange the royal suite. I take it you have dealt with Sir Robert?
Not yet.
Then I leave his fate up to you. If you will permit me, I have matters to attend to. I shall send word if something important comes up and your presence is required. My lord. My lady.
Dragonborn, we need to talk.
Well, talk. I need to talk. Why are you wearing that armor?
What is it?
You heard him. Everyone assumes I'm pregnant. Who's going to tell them there isn't going to be a baby? Not from me anytime soon.
So that's why she's defaulting to queen? It's
All
because
we
they
need
assume
to
she's
do is
pregnant
go
with
along with it for now.
Dragonborn's child?
You think I'm going to be shoving cushions up my front? You've got another thing coming.
You'll do what I tell you to do, Miss Attitude. It won't come to that. When the time is near, we will know.
It won't come to that. When the time is near, we will know.
Well, let's hope we hear something soon.
I do feel a little unsure. I can't quite put my finger on it. Rigmor, look at us. We're on the top of the world.
I do feel a little unsure. I can't quite put my finger on it.
You? Unsure?
I am a victim of all this, just like you.
I understand. I really do.
I would hope so. Oh, and it says that I would hope so. I would hope so after all this time.
I would hope so, after all this time.
We share a destiny. I know that. We have both suffered from amnesia. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't been there for me. Been there for all of us. I know I'm not perfect, but you've always been there to carry me when I fall, to put me back together when I'm broken.
What are friends for?
I would do the same for you in a heartbeat.
Remember, this is the friendship arc.
And I want you to know, you are kind and stronger than you know. You're my Dragonborn, and I'll protect you always.
I think I got this, but thanks anyways. Kind of rude.
I think I got this, but thanks anyway.
Hey, I was trying to be nice.
I was gonna
okay?
say, yeah.
Whatever.
Dragonborn's starting to pick up some of your attitude. Hey, I didn't mean to offend you. I need to take this all this in.
Hey, I didn't mean to offend you. I need to take all this
Can you
in.
take me home now?
This
This
is your home.
your home now.
You know what I mean.
Come on then, follow me.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take you home, but we gotta do something first. Hey, scumbag. Teabag, teabag. Okay, we can leave now. And she's still wearing it. Okay, get over here. I know you're slow now because you're wearing like 80 pounds of armor. You're picking up off of dead bodies and stuff. Alright, come here. I'm not going to bother trying to do anything until we fast travel. And see if, yeah. I'm not sure why it's not showing up in here. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut this episode off here. We're right around the half-hour mark. And we'll pick up the next episode heading to Bruma and getting settled in there and seeing exactly how this arc, you know, plays out differently than the romance arc. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next episode. Well guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button and also consider hitting that subscribe button. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in future episodes.